Hey, what's that? A wake-up call because exams are approaching. There is very little time and so much to do. Oh, how we wish we had that magical 25th hour, don't we? So on popular request, we have here a timetable that toppers use to achieve top results with minimal stress. So let's get going. Hey everyone, this is Chetna and you're watching ChetChat. It's a Friday once again, and let's first break one myth. Long hours are not equal to academic success. To ace your exams, you do not have to forego your sleep and social life. Smart work and good planning will take you a long way. Now with that in mind, let's begin straight away with the perfect timetable for exam preparation. Now we've divided this into two parts, weekdays and weekends. Remember, your school, college, tuition times may vary. So look at this timetable as a jigsaw puzzle where you can simply move the slots forwards or backwards depending upon your own convenience. And before we begin the weekdays timetable, I want to give a shout out to Rushali Jain for leaving this super awesome cute message for me under my last video, which got so many likes from you. And you know what to do. I want to give you a shout out in my next video, so leave me a comment below with the hashtag ChetChatters. Now for the weekdays. I propose that you wake up at 6 a.m. This is not a hard and fast rule. If you're a night owl and you want to wake up at 8 a.m., then just push this entire timetable forward by 2 hours. So let's say 6 a.m., wake up and drink a glass of warm water and have a handful of dry fruits. Dry fruits contain multivitamins and antioxidants which will keep your brain sharp and focused. But if you prefer fresh fruits, then go for papaya or banana, as the sugar will give you a boost of energy. Now 6:20 to 6:30 is a crucial 10-minute slot. In these 10 minutes, you need to plan your day and make a to-do list. So take a diary or a planner, maybe you want to use an online calendar, and write down your targets. Write down the things to do on the left-hand side, for example. Revise Photosynthesis, solve Matrices, read chapter number 5 of English, and so on. And as you complete these, strike them off the list. You know, this is a small but very important step. Having your goals right in front of you will motivate you to put in the required work. Now, on the right-hand side of this list, add new assignments, tasks, and deadlines that keep coming up during the day. Things to remember. Every morning, shift items from things to remember to things to do. So tell me, what's on your to-do list today? And let me know quickly in the comment section below. 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. is the first study session. In the morning, your brain is fresh. So pick the subject that requires the most effort. Pick a difficult theory-based subject like biology if you're a morning person. But if you're not very active in the morning, then you might want to go for maybe a numerical subject like math, which will wake you up. Now remember to sit in a clean and quiet place, whether it's your study table or your balcony. But this should be your focus zone with your phone kept far away. After that, from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. you can have a bath followed by a healthy breakfast. Your brekkie should have complex carbohydrates and high protein. So keep that packaged cereal box away and reach out to eggs, milk, curd, sprouts, oats, or dalia. Now take some time to browse through the news, whether it's a newspaper that you like or news apps. Nowadays, schools and college value general knowledge and problem solving. So staying abreast with the latest news will help you in the thinking or essay type questions. Now, 8:30 to 2 p.m. is the time for school. If your school is online, remember to sit straight, hydrate, stretch your legs in the break. Now for a detailed timetable of online school, check out this video. And if your school or college timetable is different, you can just adjust this timetable accordingly. Now if school gets over at 2 p.m., take a break for an hour. Chill, check your social media and respond to your messages. From 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. we're going to have our study session, the second study session. But don't worry, it's not all in one go. Study for 50 minutes, take a 10-minute break to stretch and hydrate, and then come back for the next part. However tempting it may be, don't check your phone in these 10 minutes because then your focus will be lost. Instead, give your eyes some rest and then you come back and study for another 50 minutes and this session is complete. And if, like me, you face an afternoon slump, then go for a numerical subject in this slot. And if afternoon, by the way, is really your time, then dive into the theoretical subject. From 5 to 5:30, you can have a cup of milk or tea, take a small snack bite and check your social media again. 5:30 to 6:30 is the time to exercise and catch up with your friends. Even better, do both of them together. So take a walk as you talk or cycle as you share the day's happenings. At 6:30, come back home again. It's this hour to analyze previous year's question papers. Mark the questions that are repeated and the keywords. Remember, 70% of the marks come from 30 to 40% of the syllabus. And put these topics on your to-do list for tomorrow. And if you're going for tuition, then utilize this hour for your tuition. At 7:30, have your dinner. Remember to eat green vegetables, proteins, salads and pulses. Now from 8 to 9, we have the last study session. Come on, push just a little bit. Here, take up stuff that needs memorization. When you learn important material just before going to bed, the subconscious mind works on it and you remember it better in the long term. You can also complete journals if the practical dates are close. Finally, it's time to wind up. Pack up your bag for tomorrow. You can also listen to podcasts and music while doing this. Stay away from social media before you go to sleep because that blue light on the cell phone will harm your sleep cycle. 10 p.m. bedtime. Good night. Now follow this timetable for the week and you will find a big impact. And let me know how this works for you in the comment section below. Now before we talk about the timetable for the weekends, I will drop links for 2 videos. One for a daily morning routine and one for those who prefer to study at night. Now let's talk about the weekend. On weekends, we've planned a slightly different schedule. You can wake up at 7 a.m. or maybe even at 8 a.m. on Sundays. This timetable is for a 7 a.m. wake up. But if you can just push it forward by an hour if you decide to wake up at 8 or even at 9, push it by 2 hours forward. 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. is your first study session. Go for again a theoretical subject or a numerical based subject based on your personal learning style. After this, shower, have a hearty and healthy breakfast. Something like dalia and milk will keep you full for the next 2 hours. Because from 9 to 11 is paper solving time. Pick a different subject every weekend. Once the exams are closer, you can start solving papers on Mondays and Wednesdays in addition to the weekends. Now, while solving the paper, keep your phone away or maybe in another room. Pretend that you're in an exam hall. Maintain the discipline of sitting for 2 hours flat. Now, if you solve the paper with all seriousness, you won't even feel nervous on the day of the actual exam. From 11 to 11:30, take a break. Hydrate and have a healthy snack like a fruit. Stretch your legs because you've been sitting continuously for so long. This is the time where you can check your phone and maybe reply to some messages as you walk around the house. The next hour is devoted to checking your paper. Compare your answers with the answer key. Remember to be fair to yourself because this is going to help you in the long run. It's okay to make mistakes now because then you won't repeat them in the actual exam. To make this process even better, how about you have a study buddy? So who's your study buddy? Let's say you and a friend decide to solve the same paper from 9 to 11. When it's time to check, you can discuss the answers together. Maybe you got some right, maybe she got some right, but you can help each other understand what was expected and where you went wrong. Remember, the answers that we've discussed with somebody are always going to stay with us for long. Tell me, which one do you prefer? Studying alone or studying with a buddy? Now 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Keep everything aside, it's lunchtime. Have a good lunch with a balance of green vegetables, some curd and some dal, and then take a break. Check your phone if you want to. You can also take a nap for 20 minutes. Short midday naps increase the alpha waves in the brain, which are super good for productivity. Afternoon is slightly tough for me, so I've kept the next hour light. At this time, you want to complete your journals, you want to look through maps and diagrams, but if you feel more focused in the afternoon, then feel free to use this one as the paper solving session as well. From 3:30 to 4, take a break. You may want to spend time with your pet or your family, and you're ready for the next session. From 4 to 6, we have a major study session coming up. Again, I've divided it into 2 parts, 50-minute study, 10-minute break in between. And if you also consider it as 2 small sessions, you will be able to cover it with ease. Choose theory or numerical studies based on your preference. Now, 6 to 7 p.m. is the time to step out of the house, take a walk, jog, or just breathe in the fresh air as you chat with your friends. Speak about something light-hearted, so your mind will be fresh and all the tension will vanish. 7 to 8 is your third study session. Revise memory-based subjects. At 8, have dinner. And for the last half an hour, just go through formulae that you need to memorize. At this time, they will be cemented through your subconscious mind. From 9 to 10 p.m., take some time for yourself. Sit back, listen to your favorite podcast or some calming music. Plan for the next week as you do this. Go to bed by 10 or 10:30 p.m. if it's Saturday night. With this, we come to the end of your timetable. And I wish you all the best. Study well, take care, and happy learning. And see you next Friday.